GM crypto news out here. It is March 16th, and before I get into the video, please go low on the take of the showing of the tokens. So let's look at the price action of the majors. Bitcoin here, it is looking pretty bearish again, and I would say that because I was saying earlier in the previous videos that the price action was looking really good, and that perhaps we're going to go higher to the 90s because currently we are in this range here from 90k to around 76k, or I guess better said, 95k will be the final resistance locally. But now the fact that we rejected over 85k and formed this double top is pretty bearish. And now the trend, I'm expecting Bitcoin to do something like this in the coming days, at least testing the wick. It could do a brief wick lower to 73k, but something like that might happen now that the trend seems to be rolling over for Bitcoin. And it's not really surprised in the midterm perspective because the trend still is bearish. We still haven't seen a bottoming effect happen just yet. So for Bitcoin to finally say we are bottom, we would have to close above 85k like pretty consistently. But no, it looks like it actually is going to go lower, and it's pretty possible that we are going to see this retest of this pre-Trump support. 73k could happen honestly at this point, but we'll just adapt to it as we go. It's pretty equal on the hotness of the top and the bottom, but the price action is currently supporting a bear structure, so most likely it's going to be magneted towards this lower liquidity here, and that's also supporter of it. We'll see what's going to happen. And the altcoins don't really look good. Ethereum, if Bitcoin goes lower, then Ethereum is going to go to 1500. Solana, it's also not looking good. Broke its major support, most likely going to go to 100. So not the best, honestly, for Bitcoin. That is my current take on it. And we might see lower prices before the higher prices first. But if we do see 73k, that's most likely going to be a very high interest zone, and a lot of people are going to be having a lot of volatility and demand there. So that is most likely going to be the best zone to bid if you wanted to do a long. But yeah, that's most likely what's going to happen with these tokens. And if we were looking at the tokens like meme coins, AI coins, nothing's interesting because price action is just fucked. Like, I don't think anything is anything good. And there's nothing really good at all. I mean, base memes were the strongest previously, but even these are a little bit red on the day. I mean, Dogme is extremely strong because of its listing, but we'll have to see as we go. And it's pretty possible that these tokens, the ones that are pretty strong, can easily do this before going up again. And that's supported by the price action of the majors. So I wouldn't say there's much of a rush. You can pretty much be sidelined and just DCA if you want, or just wait for the lower prices. Personally, I'm going to wait for lower prices because I think we will actually hit those. Like 70UK seems to be a gap that the market just wants to test at some point, and that's probably going to be the best discount day you could ever dream of. So yeah. And let's look at the tweets. Breaking: the whale who opened at 332 million short on Bitcoin at 84,000 yesterday has set take profits. First TP 69k, 58k. He 100% knows something. So here we are back again with these people opening these insane shorts and longs on Hyperliquid. And I don't know if they're Trump insider, but honestly, this seems to be a bit of a fuckery. And there was this event here where Never Dull Day in crypto, prepare for the battle of whales. 300 million Hyperliquid BTC short in one corner, CB and Justin Sun in the other corner. So yeah, Justin Sun seems to be wanting to fight against this guy and liquidate this person, and I don't know. And if we look at this, whale is now also 25x short on ETH. So there's all of these news on here where previously the people, the Trump insiders, when they were doing longs and shorts, they were 100% right with the win rate so far. And I don't know if it'll happen again because at this point, this seems forced to me because we've had these events happen so many times that at this point, this could honestly just be a marketing strategy by Hyperliquid for more people to get on Hyperliquid and then also copy trade this person. So we'll have to see what happens. But the short here, the bear structure, it could honestly be fulfilled, and that 70 or even lower Ethereum as well will go lower. I do think in the midterm they will be going lower. Short term, it's hard to say, but the price action right now is at least supporting the thesis for it to go lower. So these guys might actually be right. But we'll have to see what happens here, and you just go off the flow, right? And let's look at this. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. I was reading this whole post earlier. It was basically a text transcript with Jordy Alexander of Selene Capital, and he is one of the best crypto traders in the world. And I want to point out this one sector here that he said was extremely interesting and supports the narrative that I keep saying in my videos. Okay, I can't zoom in, but look at this. How do you see the crypto markets evolving in the coming years? And then, so look at this. He's basically saying the NFT cycle wasn't really around for this time, and that people are trying to support a narrative of the meme coins now because they are quote unquote more liquid. But this is very interesting to hear, where he says that we're most likely going to keep seeing these Ponzi's with these narratives. First it was NFTs, and then now we have the meme coins. And now that meme coins, that narrative is getting exhausted. It seems that AI might be the next narrative here, where AI is going to play a big role in the future of crypto. And he's bullish on crypto and AI merging, and I think that's what I think the future holds. Yeah, this guy, one of the best crypto traders, is saying that AI is a narrative, and that is what I keep saying in the previous videos, that AI is most likely going to be the best narrative. And right now, the tokens, a lot of the good ones, like Acolyte, I would say, even the virtuals, and then even ARC. I'm going to touch on the ARC price action. Okay, this one's bouncing a little bit here. I don't know if it'll be sustained, but these tokens are getting fucked right now, and that's not really much of a overstatement at all. And a lot of these AI infra tokens aren't really having the best time. However, a lot of them are actually useful, and the merging between crypto AI is probably one of the most insane narratives we've seen in crypto so far. And he is extremely, extremely bullish on it compared to meme coins. Like personally, I'm also thinking that meme coins, their narrative is exhausted. And the only meme coin sector I would be bullish on right now are base memes, because of Coinbase listings and people trying to front run them, and more access to people trying to buy them. I mean, if we look at Doshi, right? Doshi wasn't even good market conditions, and it ran almost to 1 billion just because Coinbase listed it. People are going to expect it for the other tokens on base, and there's much less of them. Solana meme coins, I don't know. I don't know if they will come back. I think that AI is going to be one of the strongest bouncers when they come, but the market conditions aren't allowing for them just yet, right? But yeah, this guy's basically saying that AI is most likely going to be one of the next best narratives, at least for the Ponzi scheme here. And I super agree with him because of its actual use case and the narrative. But that's not to say that they will bounce early tomorrow. No, we need to see Bitcoin do its bottoming effect again before it goes higher, right? Most likely we'll see something like this. And then once it chops higher and we're ready to go in like April or so, then yeah, that's going to be some good times. So let's look at this. ARC, I respect you building the next AI framework, but I just lost 20,000 in my life saving by buying most of my ARC position, and I can't over this because it's a fuckery. You wonder why there's a dump? Because there has been zero bounces, and the answer is Wintermute. They started manipulating the ARC chart, who has a low volume at the end of February 2025. They're controlling the chart by shorting on Binance Perps and buying and selling on DEX and repeating every single minute this operation all day long. It is to Mudang, Michi, Weef, which these tokens charts are absolutely destroyed. Yeah, so this guy seems to be doing this market manipulation on ARC here, trying to dump it for better prices, is what I think. Because I still think ARC is one of the best projects here. They have consistent updates and are actually extremely, extremely professional. However, there's obviously just market manipulation fuckery by the liquidity providers, and they're most likely doing this to essentially just make money off people, I think, honestly, because this also reflects on a Elliott wave cycle here, where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, C. So we're currently on the C sector. I think that ARC here is going to bottom around like 40, 30 million range, if I were to guess, because that seems to be the most recent major support after it broke its pretty important supports. So I do think ARC will come back, but the section of when it will come back, well, we're going to have to wait for better market conditions. But I'm personally looking at this token again at 30 million. I cut my bags personally around like 160 or so, because I was like thinking, okay, this looks like it's going to roll over. Good thing I did make that choice. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But AI tokens like these are going to be coming back, in my own opinion, once the market turns on again. And like even this 9-1. But the ones that have the perps around them, like with ARC, are most likely going to be the most manipulated. But that's also a good thing, because once the market turns on again, they'll be manipulated to have higher prices as well. So that is not the most bearish thing for ARC here. But short term, it looks pretty ugly. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. I'm sitting my ass down right now because I just took a 5-mile walk and I'm tired of shit. But yeah, I think crypto will be going down midterm, more down. Short term, it's hard to say. I think even short term, we'll see even more bearish price action, like 76K. But we're going to have to see what happens. It's just the fact that we rejected 85K so hardly here is just showing that the market is not ready for us to go higher again, and that we want to see 73K first, something like that. But yeah, just go with the flow of the market. You don't have to subscribe to your own predictions, I suppose. But yeah, I'll see you guys.